This is a Patent Designer Series 12-inch oscillating fan, which I believe is made by Sanyo. Made a video of this fan before, not that long ago. Really? Model G1286, made in Mexico, produced April 1986. Yeah, I made a video of this fan, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, sometime late this summer, and I thought that this was a pretty good fan. Seems reasonably powerful. I think it looks good. To me, this is a pretty respectable fan, but my wife gave this fan a rather scathing review recently. So I will rotate the fans around the house every 3 or 4 months or so, especially in the bedroom. Got a lot of really cool fans. Try to use them all if I can at some point. So I try to rotate them, and the last time I rotated the fans in the bedroom, I removed the Galaxy fan that you see to the left and replaced it with this Patent fan. That happened sometime in the afternoon. That night I received a text message at around 9 p.m. that said, could you please put the fan back that was on the nightstand before you moved it? And we argued back and forth a little bit, trying to find out what the problem is with this fan, because my thinking was that this is, I mean, it's not like pink, but it's a little girlier. You can see it does have like a pinkish brown hue to it. Even the plastic has a little bit of pink, a little bit of peachiness in there. And the nightstand next to the bed doesn't quite clear the mattress. And this fan is a little bit taller, so I thought maybe it would clear the mattress a little better. I thought that this fan would work out a little bit better than the Galaxy fan. No. Her statement ended up being that this fan is noticeably less powerful than the Galaxy fan, which threw me for many loops. So here I am trying to figure it out. I believe this said the draw was 0.4 amps, which is pretty consistent. I think these fans also have the same motor. If they're not exactly the same, then I think the Galaxy motor is at least based off of the same motor. The Sanyos and the Lasko Galaxy fans generally, I think, have the same or very similar motors, and I think the blades are probably about the same also. I mean, this doesn't have an acrylic blade. I think it's the same material or very close to it, and the pitch is about the same. The basic shape of the blade is about the same. But yeah, she says that this one is noticeably less powerful, wasn't cutting it. Please put the Galaxy fan back. She didn't even know what the fan was called. and she said it was blue, which tells me how much she really doesn't pay attention to the fans. She could care less about fans from a collecting standpoint, but in a sense she's almost more of a fan person than I am, because she'll sleep every night with a fan less than 12 inches away from her head, which is kind of insane. It used to be box fans. More recently, I converted her over to table fans, but yeah, she can't sleep without the fan right there next to her head. And she's saying that the Patton fan is noticeably less powerful than the Galaxy. Let's go ahead and start it on high speed. This is pretty quiet compared to most of the mid-80s Lasko Galaxy fans. Although I think it has a very similar motor, it just doesn't have quite the high-pitched whirring sound. It has it a little bit, but it's not quite as pronounced. I think the air movement's about the same though. It's definitely a focused, more of a focused, constant wind stream. And it's pretty strong. Let's take a look at the Galaxy. Uh-oh, coppers. This one actually says 0.65 amps, which is kind of weird because I think the older Lasko fans have a notoriously low amp draw, more close to the closer to the Patton fan. 0.4 or 0.45 maybe, the late 70s, early 80s Lasko Galaxy fans. So to have a 0.65 amp draw, maybe this does have a slightly larger motor. It's possible that this fan is just literally more powerful if it has a slightly bigger motor. I guess let's push this one back a little bit and then we'll start this one on high speed. That one actually has a startup sound and it gets up to speed a little bit quicker than the Patton fan, so I guess it's possible you could see the blade just moves differently. The softer plastic just moves differently and it moves air differently than the more rigid plastic. Yeah, it's gonna have more of a gusty, blustery kind of wind stream. really notice much of a difference. I think the bearings might not be quite lined up perfectly in this fan. That's why you have the shorter spin down. I might have to split that motor again and see if I can get that a little better. It doesn't seem to affect the performance, but the spin down isn't as long as it should be. Yeah, the air movement is just slightly different. The Galaxy is a little more blustery, a little more gusty. The Patton is, to me, feels a little more powerful as far as air movement goes. So it's weird, but could just be a comfort factor with the Galaxy fan. Maybe that blustery air movement is mistaken for being more powerful. I don't know. It's just weird. Not weird, but interesting to hear comments, critical comments of fans from people who aren't collectors, because it's like the most honest commentary that you're gonna get. So to hear that the Patton fan is noticeably less powerful than the Galaxy, it's still confusing to me. I'm not seeing it, but the Patton just failed to deliver. We'll check these out on low. Both have pretty nice mellow low speeds. I think the Patton fan is dead silent on low, and it moves a little bit slower, it would seem. I think the RPMs might not be quite as high overall. I think the Galaxy might just have higher RPMs on all three speeds. I don't know. I think the results are inconclusive. As far as I'm concerned, I can't really pick a favorite here. I can't really pick a favorite, but the results are clear as far as the bedroom is concerned. This Galaxy fan seems to be irreplaceable at this point. Thank you for watching.